A major U.S. solar company is cutting jobs following Trump's decision to impose large or high tariffs on products necessary to build solar panels here in the United States. So SunPower Corp, which is the company that I'm talking about here, was one of the nation's largest solar panel manufacturers, but now it intends to lay off about 10% of its US workforce. Now, the reason why that they're doing that is because of the fact that it's incredibly expensive to import the necessary materials in order to manufacture and install these solar panels. And keep in mind, before the tariffs were announced, they were planning on expanding their US-based factory. They were going to add jobs, and now they're unfortunately cutting jobs. Now, this attributed to job cuts to the 30%, they attributed the job cuts to the 30% tariffs imposed by the Trump administration on imported solar cells and panels. Chief Executive Tom Werner estimates the new tariffs will cause the company to lose $50 million in 2018 and as much as $100 million in 2019. Now, the industry currently employs more than 260,000 people, primarily in the installation business. By the way, though, those are numbers from the Department of Energy in April of 2017. So the number could have actually increased a little bit since then, but it doesn't matter. They're laying people off as a result of these tariffs.
So, first of all, some context here. They are worried that the industry as a whole is going to lose 23,000 jobs. That's a lot of jobs to lose. Now, Trump was obsessed with coal, and if you watch the Republican convention, as we were forced to do, it wasn't just Trump. One speech after another after another. It was literally, we talked about it during the convention. It was the #1 topic at the convention. It was bizarre. It was coal, coal, coal. We're going to bring coal back. There's only 160,000 jobs in coal nationwide. There's 260,000 jobs in solar nationwide. 100,000 more. The solar industry is way larger than the coal industry. But A, almost no one ever talks about them. And B, now, even if you were to bring coal jobs back, which he hasn't, coal mines are closing all over the country, and I've talked about it, and some Republicans are now disillusioned, and like, oh, we thought he was gonna bring it back. Why are you going out of your way to cost solar jobs? Now, you could say it's bizarre and counterproductive, but it could also be that it's not counterproductive for their interest. The fossil fuel industry supports Donald Trump and the Republican Party with a ton of donations.
Can I give you the number? Because I think it's pretty relevant. Now, this isn't necessarily donations toward Trump, but it's donations toward lawmakers who are likely to support tariffs like the one that Trump imposed. So utilities had spent $50 million between 2011 and 2016 to block clean energy in just 7 states. So that includes Alaska, California, Florida, Michigan, Ohio, Oregon, and Washington. And so luckily California was not persuaded by that money because the solar industry did expand considerably in California. But these tariffs are having an impact. And so it's not looking good for renewable energy in the US.
And this is not a clear-cut liberal versus conservative issue. On trade, the boundaries are blurred. So I know that some folks want more protectionism. What I always say is, well, it depends.
Yeah.
So what's in the, and then a free trade guys are like, oh, if you're for free trade, you're for all these agreements. No, it depends what's in the agreement. So in this case, for the solar panel manufacturers in America, it helps them a little bit to do this tariff. But for the people putting the solar panels in, and which is the heart of the industry, which is much larger, it really hurts them. So you've actually done more damage in this case. Now, in the deals like TPP, the problem was that it hands over our sovereignty to companies. It lets them set the rules, not to the advantage of US citizens or even the citizens of the other countries that we're dealing with, but to the advantage of solely the corporations, which makes no sense. But that doesn't mean that every protectionist measure makes sense, because it certainly doesn't, and this one doesn't, and neither does the steel and aluminum tariffs he just announced today, which then immediately tank the market.
Right, and we're going to talk about that in more detail in just a minute. But I also want to draw some attention to a woman named Debbie Dooley. Debbie Dooley is a gun-toting Trump supporter. She is as conservative as can be. However, the one thing she disagrees with Trump and conservatives on is the issue of renewable energy. In fact, she is fighting rather aggressively to support renewable energy in the United States, specifically solar energy, and she even created something known as the Green Tea Coalition. She's part of the Tea Party. Green Tea Coalition to start convincing other conservatives that renewable energy is the way to go. So I want to give her some credit for that, because even though she appears to be an anomaly at the moment, she could have some very positive impact on the conservatives when it comes to these issues.